Yeah, that's my main takeaway from this is no. First of all, if you make not just one, but more than one diss track about me, we're not getting back together. Like, that's not, you did what? Like, we're not getting back together. When you think about disclosing things to people, you got to ask, what's the value to that other person? Are you doing it for you, or are you actually doing it for that other person? If this is not going to benefit or clue in or enlighten or anything for this other person, then you're just going to have to eat that guilt that you're feeling. You're going to have to deal with that on your own. Don't put that on the other person.
This is an Unsolicited Perspectives YouTube exclusive.
All right, Jay. This Reddit post is an interesting one. I don't really know how to judge this one. The title of it is, Am I the Jerk for Not Telling My Boyfriend a Play-by-Play of What I Did When We Broke Up for 15 Months?
For not telling him or for telling him?
For not telling him.
No.
Okay. It depends on what she did for 15 months. I never want to know, but that's just my personal opinion. But let me see what she has to say here.
Okay.
I need some objective perspective on whether I'm overthinking this or if I actually owe my partner a deeper conversation. To give some background, my 23-year-old boyfriend, she's 23-year-old female, her boyfriend is 21-year-old male, and I dated from June 2023 until the end of December 2024. For the vast majority of that time, our relationship was amazing and we loved each other deeply. However, the very last month of our relationship became really toxic. There was a lot of tense arguing and fighting, which ultimately led to us breaking up. It was something I initiated and he ultimately finalized and ended. I was in his state, long distance at the time, and he had to figure out a way to get home on his own. God, she really didn't write this well. It was a hard time as I was begging him not to leave me, but ultimately he did. Wait a minute, what?
She moved to be with him because they were long distance.
Is that what you're getting from this?
Read it one more time.
Okay, from the top, ladies and gentlemen.
Not from the top, just where she
I know. However,
yeah.
ultimately, the very last month of our relationship became really toxic, and there was a lot of intense arguing and fighting, which ultimately led to us breaking up. It was something I initiated, and he ultimately finalized and ended. I was in his state, long distance at the time, and had to figure out a way to get home on my own. It was a hard time as I was begging him not to leave me, but ultimately he did. Nothing could change his mind. To be clear, there was never any cheating or disloyalty from either of us. The relationship just ran into a wall at the end. Hold on.
Okay.
So, yeah, she, I guess, moved to be with him, but she initiated the breakup.
Right.
He finalized and ended, but at the end, she's begging him not to leave.
Yeah.
She's sitting there doing
simply because she's out there with him. So, like, not because she didn't want the relationship to be over, is what it sounds like.
Okay, well, I'm confused. But we were completely broken up and out of contact for about 15 months, January 2025 to March 2026. During that time, he had me blocked. It was on and off again thing. I blocked him November 2025 through February 2026. We eventually reconnected in March of 2026 and decided to get back together. We could go. Now I'm even more confused because I thought she said he had him blocked, but it was an on and off again thing. And then she blocked him from November 25 to February 26, and then they reconnected. It doesn't seem like just in that month it became toxic. It seems like this entire relationship was toxic. All right. Since we've been back together, the topic of what we did while we were single for over a year came up. I was upfront with him and disclosed the headline. I told him that I had sex with 2 people while we were apart after a year of no sex with anyone. Yes, he has asked me about physical stuff, and I assumed he was only talking about sex, so I told him I was telling him the truth, but now I feel wrong looking back at the messages and see he was probably asking about more. So y'all did this through text message?
This is already a mess. I mean, it's been a mess.
It's been a
but
mess, but it's even more of a mess. Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
I don't know. Do y'all think me reading these YouTube exclusive lives and going back and forth is better, or me just reading them beforehand, then reading them, and then my sister responding? Because
It don't matter.
I can't stop going back and forth because this is crazy. All right.
Yeah.
However, my anxiety has been spiraling because I didn't give him a microscopic play-by-play breakdown of everything else. I didn't tell him about the instances of oral with an old friend from years ago, grinding, sending pictures, or the fact that I responded to old flings when I was lonely and trying to move on. I was hurt, and he was consistently releasing music about me, dissing me consistently, but also obviously he missed our relationship in some sort of way. But he was consistently blocking me and unblocking me. How do you know that he's blocking you and unblocking you? There was a time I also tried to get closure from him, and he screamed at me on the phone and denied it. He was essentially over everything, and I got to that point too. But it hurt really bad because I knew we were both at fault for the breakup. In my mind, I was single and free and allowed to do the things, and giving him a graphic script would just hurt his feelings and ruin the relationship. But my brain keeps telling me that the omitting these details means I'm lying to him. On his end, he claims he did absolutely nothing during those 15 months. No hookups, no flings, nothing. He said he spent the whole year hurting, blocking, unblocking me, and just focusing on his music. But he made some diss tracks on about
Right.
it. He said he went on one date and nothing happened at all. Part of me questions if it's even realistic that young of a guy to do absolutely nothing, or at least didn't try to do anything for a year and a half, but I'm taking him for his word. Because he presenting his timeline is completely pure, I'm carrying immense crushing guilt. I feel like a criminal keeping secrets, even though I was a free agent when all this happened. Do I actually owe him a sit down and disclosing all the gory details, or should I just keep my mouth shut? Ma'am, I don't think y'all need to be together.
Yeah, that's my main takeaway from this is no. First of all, if you make not just one, but more than one diss track about me, we're not getting back together. Like, that's not... You did what? Like, we're not getting back together.
He did a not like us about our relationship?
Right.
What?
Like, that's... No,
That's
because that's
crazy.
now out in the ether. Like, no, we're not going to be together after that. But beyond that, girl, no. First of all, no. He didn't ask for it. You don't owe it. Like, also, did he give you the detail? Really?
Yeah, he said he didn't do anything.
All right.
She
Here's
said she
the thing.
believed him. Sort of.
Okay, if you want. But, like, you're not... No, you don't owe him that explanation. He didn't ask for it. And so why would you... How is that lying? It's not? What are you talking about? What?
I could tell you why she wants to do that.
Why?
It's not to get disclosure from her and to let him know all the details. It's to hurt him even more.
Yeah, because they don't need to be together.
Yeah, it's to hurt him even more. Like the gory details of play-by-play, nobody needs to know that stuff. I didn't need to know it in the Reddit posts.
Yeah, no one asked for this.
Nobody.
No one asked for it.
To tell him this would just be to hurt him, which means that you really don't like him, because unless it's just a get back, you write diss tracks about me, I'm gonna gut you right fast.
Yeah.
Okay, but then what do you think is going to happen after you do that? You think y'all going to be together happily ever after that? No.
Right.
Because in his mind, because he's so young, and I don't know, maybe he's a emotionally mature human being. I could just go back to me at 21. And though, granted, I was one of the most immature 21-year-olds that possibly existed, that's not something that I would want to know. That would be in my head. So no, ma'am, don't tell him break up. Say broke up.
Honestly, stay broken up. Y'all been going back and forth for entirely too long. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, break up. Leave each other alone. I don't know. When you get to a stage, you blocking, unblocking diss tracks, all this. Please, it's too messy. Leave it alone. But beyond that, when you think about disclosing things to people, and it could be anything, you got to ask, what's the value to that other person when you disclose these things? Are you doing it for you, or are you actually doing it for that other person? Because if you're not doing anything if this is not going to benefit or clue in or enlighten or anything for this other person, then you just going to have to eat that guilt that you're feeling. You're going to have to deal with that on your own. Don't put that on the other person.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
Oh my God. Look,
that guilt belongs to you. You need to hold it. Goodness.
They need to not. They was broken up for 15 months.
Yeah.
I don't even know how
at that age, at 21 and 23, 15 months is an eternity. Y'all, let it go. What?
Look. I want to know. She left the most important part. I want to know how they reconnected. They was going block, unblock for so long. How did you hear the diss tracks? Did he send them to him? Did he send them to you? Do y'all have mutual friends? Right. There's a lot of questions that I have that wasn't put in this Reddit post. You worried about giving him the gore details. I'm worried about what the details were to get y'all to the point where y'all back together. Man.
Yeah. No.
Do better. Do better. Do I think she's a jerk for not telling them? No. I think you would be a jerk for telling them.
Yes.
So take that for what it is. But audience, what do you think? Is she a jerk? Is she not the jerk? Drop a line in the comments section and we can get at you.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.